Hi everyone, my name's Dr. Hannah-Beth Luke. I'm the unit assessor for this unit and I'm also the course coordinator for our regenerative agriculture courses, the graduate diploma and the graduate certificate. So if you're new to the course, welcome to that as well. My research space is in the social dimensions of change and building resilience, and I work with a lot of farmers across Australia through the Soil Cooperative Research Centre, the Soil CRC, and working on national survey projects and ways to build knowledge and improve extension and engagement across farming systems, because none of the change will happen if farmers decide not to implement it or don't decide at all. So that's the space that I work in. Also look at flood and disaster resilience as well in my research. I'm very passionate about resilience as an idea, and that's why this unit was called Building Resilience in a Changing Climate. What is resilience? This capacity to be able to bounce back from the shocks and knocks that we face. And as we've seen in recent years, we've been getting a few more of those, and indeed farmers are often on the front line of droughts, fires and floods. So we developed this unit as a part of the regenerative agriculture courses to help our students to build strategies specifically in relation to developing more, call it climate smart farming, regenerative agricultural practices, things that are going to decrease your vulnerability. So when you get those shocks and knocks, you've got a better capacity to spring back. So the unit itself goes through a process of what's called strategic questioning, and that starts off with looking at, well, before we start trying to solve the problems, well, what really is the problem? Let's define the challenges that we're facing properly and get an understanding of that, and also what might have been researched by others in other contexts and also in your own context in relation to different types of extreme weather events, droughts and floods, whatever it be. Then the assessments take you eventually into groups, and you'll look at trying to understand, well, what are the solutions that are out there? And the modules that you'll be studying will bring you through some of the challenges and the impacts and also the opportunities that are out there for change in terms of building resilience, and some of the things that farmers have been doing forever, of course, as well. But what are the practices that are going to help build resilience in the farming system and also in communities as well? So the modules take you through the impacts, and then we'll look at regenerative solutions in terms of what's happening in regenerative agriculture across landscapes, and a bit of an insight into that. You'll go into that in more detail in other units, but it's a bit of a sneak peek in this first unit. The fourth module, you'll be working with Jacob Birch, who's working in the native grain space, and he'll be giving you an Indigenous perspective of how we can regenerate our lands and communities. And then in module 5, Dr. Jean Renouf will be coming in to speak with you. He is a founder of the Resilient Byron Group, which has now become Plan C, and played a major role in responding to the 2022 floods around the Byron Shire. So he's got a lot of insight into community resilience. What is meant by it? How do we build it? What can we do as students right now in our lives? And that is actually what we look at in the final assessment. So you're building a resilience plan in a particular context that you pick. You'll be doing it in groups, and part of the reason for doing that is that you can, if you're interested in doing it in a community, that's fine. If you're interested in doing it as potentially for your family, okay, that's okay. But if you want to look at a farmscape, then hopefully someone in that group will have a farm that you can work together on coming up with a resilience plan for that farm, as an example, developing your skills and also some real world outputs. But if you wanted to put something together for a community or indeed a region, you could as well. So the assessment's there for you to do something meaningful to you. And the final assessment is the barriers to change, and that's a lot of the research and the work that I do as well. So I really hope you're going to enjoy this unit, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you all and helping you to build connections within your professional lives as well through this unit. And if you have any questions, of course, don't forget there is a discussion board that has a lot of questions about the unit, but also if you have individual questions, challenges, issues with the course, I'm a girl, so feel free to drop me an email, hannahbeth.luke@scu.edu.au, drop into my office, arrange a meeting, and really looking forward to meeting you all.